And another thing about boobs.
Yeah, I mean, boobs are awesome, dude.
I mean,
While I may not have much sexual experience, I do have the boob experience.
you know what's funny is because
nice.
like since I did nude modeling, it was the most unsexual thing.
I always forget that you did that.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I have a little bit of like an expeditionist inside me, but when it's appropriate, it's no big deal. You know, granted, yes, I was naked in front of a bunch of middle-aged people, and they drew everything and sculpted everything.
Who drew the one in your room?
The name is on there. I never really met the guy. Like, okay, he was in the classroom. He just gave it to me. He's like, "Oh, so is this your first time doing it?" He just, signed it, gave it to me, told me how to preserve it. Oh shit! And I never got the name, but his signature is on there, but I can't read it.
Oh shit,
That was a while ago. And plus, another like non-sexual experience involving nudity was when I went to the nude beach with Lyle.
Oh, you guys went to a nude beach?
Yeah, we went
That's
to
cool.
this place in Miami, Hullover Beach, and I was worried because of like if I go there and I'm naked, and everyone else is naked, that there would be a boner involved. But it's just it's not crude at all. It's just people just talking naked, and that's what it was.
I feel you on that though. It takes like time before you can actually like be like, you can't have a boner right now. That's fucking dumb.
Exactly.
Kind of.
Especially at like your great grandmother's wake. That's not a good time to have morning wood.
It is not. Oh.
Morning wood. Anyways. But I think it's just all like a matter of I don't know. I mean, there's moments where it's not appropriate to like be naked, I guess, but whatever.
I mean, yeah, obviously if you're hosting a dinner party and, maybe you shouldn't be naked.
Yeah.
Maybe at a wake, like as you suggested, maybe you shouldn't be naked.
Yeah, but I think I would like to die. I would like to be disposed the same way I was, born.
Yeah, I could feel it. I feel it.
Yeah,
on that.
slimy. It's like slimy, naked, and crying.
I want to be buried somewhere in a cardboard box. That's just it. I don't want like an expensive funeral or any dumb shit like that. And I just want to like return to the earth.
I thought about. I actually planned out my funeral like a while ago. I wanted to go through the traditional Egyptian mummification process and give all my friends my organs.
Oh my god.
And then get shot out of a cannon into the Everglades.
What? Get shot out of a cannon into the Everglades.
Dude, that was because like the same thing. I just want my body to be just part of the earth, like it just be decomposed and used. Mm-hmm. But I thought being shot out of a cannon would be it's just quite the scene.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, instead of like the 15 gun salute or whatever it's called, it's just
I went back down because I felt like I could have gone in here.
Yeah, there's things to look at, places to go, so much to do, so much to see, so much to do, so much to see.
To do, so much to see, so much to do, so much to see, so much to do, so much to see.
So much to do, so much to see. Yeah. You'll find a lot of useful combos.
I don't like these dudes. They're a little too dudey for me.
Dude, oh, I know what you're talking about. There's this one person that
Thanks.
not that I work with, but I know that works at the hospital, and he has like he has like such a bro like feel to him. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of eerie to me. I'm just like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna respect you like as a human being, but I just kind of, I don't know. I just
Until, he inevitably gets to the point where he stops respecting you or others as human beings. At which point, you should clock him.
Nah, I have no reason to. There's a handful of people that I work with that I wouldn't exactly want to clock, but I would, rather not associate ever.
I feel you on that.
But
How do I get this opened?
I think it's triangle. Never mind. Circle. I don't fucking know.
How come I can't open this?
Well, you definitely gotta need it. And by that I mean you definitely need it. Oh yeah, there's no fall damage.
Okay, cool.
Because a Spartan apparently can, jump down 40 feet and feel no pain.
Kind of like in Bloodborne.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, you got back.
Yeah, it was the loop.
What was I gonna say? The Spartan training is really weird. Did you remember or study much about the Spartan way of life?
I became pretty disinterested in it once I realized they just throw disabled people off cliffs. So I couldn't have been a Spartan with how I was born. They would have just thrown me off a cliff.
Yeah, their way of life was definitely really hardcore. Deficiency.
I just got hung up on that, and I don't remember anything else. I mean, I'm sure I learned enough to pass whatever tests and shit.
One thing I do remember, but I might be wrong, is that they treated their women really well.
Yeah, they absolutely did. I remember that
very
much
well.
Women were very highly respected.
They're you are what provides us, Spartan soldiers, and they trained the women the same way the men, so they could also fight.
I'm fairly certain that is the case. Maybe we're both stupid and wrong.
No, but for some reason I feel like it is right.
Because there was some somewhere within that time period there was something like that. I cannot remember. I want to say it's Spartans. It has to be.
It is Spartans. I'm pretty certain. But they did sew their vages shut when they went off to war because they didn't trust them or something.
Jesus, I don't remember that.
I vaguely remember it. But I had this one history teacher. He was really cool. He really got into it. He was, he didn't do it straight out of a book. He would just he just knew.
Yeah.
He was also ex-military as well. So a lot of his teachings and views were based off of his interest and the military tactics and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he would talk about it like he was there. It was weird. It's so my boy, my buddy Julius Caesar and I, blah blah blah. Not exactly like that, but pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you kill these guys in that way, you get your health.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of my history teachers were cool. I never had, except for in middle school.
Middle school, yeah.
Middle school teachers sucked, but my high school teachers were all cool as fuck.
Oh yeah, same here. Middle school.
Except for I don't know if David ever told you about Ms. Shin, but she was an oddity.
Shin.
Yeah, her name was Shin, and she wasn't. She's just this little old white lady, and we actually drove her into retirement. my class with David. We were not proud of that. But yeah, she just kind of appeared sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't really expect her to. Oh shit.
Yeah, dude.
I wasn't fast enough. But yeah,
drove her to retirement. That's pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah. We did that to a number of her teachers eventually. At least at the time.
I was never that bad, but I did make this one teacher swear, and apparently she's notorious for not swearing at all. It was very minor. It was what the hell do you do at home? What do you do with your spare time? That was it.
Yeah,
and,
go ahead.
Okay, and I guess she referred to me as her project, I guess, which, if anything,
cool.
At first it's just it's kind of interesting, but if anything, it translates to I was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
She was oh, so much potential, you could do so much, but you don't do anything.
Yeah.
You're just kind of there. It's alright.
Yeah, Miss Shen is the only teacher I've ever had who's actually kicked me out of class. That's how bad I was in, not because of her, it was just because of, how I acted. I didn't do anything, inherently, I'm trying to think of the word. I wasn't, heinous, or I wasn't, doing anything of ill intent. I was just silly and at inappropriate times. She walked out of the room for, 2 seconds, and when she came back, I was fucking doing jumping jacks. And then when she kicked me out, and, the lady in the office was okay, well, why are you in here? I was because I was doing jumping jacks. And they're okay, why? I was because Coach Stanley told me to. And that was our gym teacher, so that was my, smart-ass response to that.
Good response.
Yeah. I mean, it's not wrong. He did tell me to do jumping jacks. He didn't exactly,
You say, when you needed to. Maybe at the spur of the moment, you're this is a good time to do jumping jacks.
Yeah. And there was another time when I was trying to ask her thoughts on Snickers, but I couldn't stop laughing.
You were snickering?
Yes, I was snickering too much. So she kicked me out and put me into the other, and sent me to my teachers from the previous year's room. Mm-hmm. And she was what on earth could you have done to get kicked out of class? Because I was very quiet and, well-mannered in that class.
Yeah.
David brought something out in me.
Yeah, David's a bad influence. As straight edge as he is a bad influence.
That's fair. Not like, oh man, David's gonna drive you to,
No, he just
drinking
kind of
and
he
drugs.
definitely kind of brings out like let's just be silly at inappropriate times.
Yeah,
which,
exactly.
except for, I feel like I'm a little bit more silly at inappropriate times than he is now.
Same.
Yeah, like I don't know, but I feel like
I've been inherently silly since I got here.
Yeah.
Especially towards David, where it's like almost like gotten to a point where it's terrorizing him.
Yeah. But I don't know, I feel like I've been tamed a lot since high school.
I'm the complete opposite.
You've got
High school, I was very, quiet and kept to myself, and then I came here and I was like the complete opposite, just running around getting naked at like not the right times. And
yeah.
did you hear that story? Where like the last time I was here, we were just about to walk back into David's house, and I just started getting naked like outside, like as I was walking in, because I kind of figured no one was gonna be awake inside, but the dragon was, and he didn't say anything. He just kind of looked at me like I was a dumbass.
Really?
Yeah.
Keith caught you naked, and
I wasn't fully naked. I was like getting there. Like my pants were coming down, my shirt was off.
Okay, so
Or open, because it was like a button up.
if it was like full on nudity,
Yeah, he might have said
He
something.
would have gurgled some fire and sputed some vile shit.
But no, I never incurred the wrath of the dragon. I'm glad to say.
I tried to get along with him as much as I could.
Yeah.
Just because, you're gonna do some destruction here.
Oh, okay.
I just try to get on his good side because I've witnessed him when he's being a complete asshole.
Yeah. I was lucky enough to miss out on most of that.
Yeah, except for that one time that you guys practically moved out.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like involved. I didn't see him that day. I wasn't really involved with anything because I was working.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty shitty. And then
I was the reason for him turning red and veiny because I was like, hey, let's watch Serbian film in your your family room.
Jesus. But yeah, David definitely brings out the silliness. Like, I have no filter around David. Is what it is.
Same here.
It's just like, especially in middle school, where like, I found it was a literal bag of shit on like behind the bleachers in our gym. And so when I saw it, I picked it up at first because it was just a Subway bag. I was like, haha, there's some Subway. And then I actually picked it up and I just smelt it like immediately. I was like, ugh! I just threw it down. And I like went over to like, because it was like up at the top. And I went like over to like the barrier and I just yelled down to Coach Stan. It was like, hey, Coach Stan, there's a bag of shit up here in a Subway. I was like, no, there's not, McCage. Like, he had gotten to a point where he didn't believe anything we said because we were constantly doing, like, dumb shit. And he was always funny about, like, cursing and stuff, too. Like, you could just say, like, shit or hell. He was like, don't say hell. It was, like, in the most, like, deadpan way.
Yeah.
He was a cool guy.
I had this one substitute teacher that would get really pissed off if you said, like, oh my God. She was, like, heavily religious. And I was just like, what am I saying that's upsetting you? And I just didn't understand. I didn't get what she was going at. And then I was like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Alright, you're going to get a new power next.
Am I?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, next episode of God of War, the single.
Yeah, and maybe more school stories or something.
Yeah.